Okay, so the job market. It's a lot, right? Feels like you always got to be like one step ahead. So like what if there was a way to get a little boost to
Ah,
really stand out, you know?
yeah, it's definitely competitive out there, but it's not just about keeping up anymore. It's about using every advantage. And AI, it's becoming a game changer, especially this year.
I was going to say I feel like AI is everywhere you look these days, but in the job hunt, really.
Oh, absolutely. There was this Forbes article. It was called Five Ways AI Can Help in Your Job Search in 2024. And they were saying almost half of job seekers are already using it.
Wow, seriously. I had no idea it was that many people already.
It's true. It's becoming that common.
So I got to ask then, what exactly are people using it for? To like actually find jobs?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. This article, it breaks down all these ways AI can help. And it's not just finding the jobs, it's everything from writing cover letters all the way to like prepping for interviews.
Okay, that's kind of cool, but I'll be honest, part of me always wonders, is AI gonna like take my job before I even get it?
Right, I get that. It's a common fear for sure, but these AI tools we're talking about, they're designed to work asterisk with asterisk you, not replace you.
Okay, that makes me feel a little better, I'll be honest. So where do we even start with this stuff? What's one thing AI can already do that can help, like right now?
Well, you know how much everyone loves writing cover letters.
Ugh, the worst.
Exactly. So imagine if there was something that could make that whole process easier, less painful.
Oh, tell me more, please.
Well, there are actually a few AI tools out there that do just that. Grammarly, you've heard of that, right? It's like that, but on a whole other level.
Okay, so like a superpowered grammar checker?
Kind of. But it's not just about grammar and spelling. These tools, like Grammarly and Cover Letter Builder, they actually analyze the entire job description.
Okay, so they read the job description, then what?
They use what they find to help you write a cover letter that's like laser focused on what that specific employer is looking for.
So it's not just about making your writing better, it's about making it more effective, more tailored.
You got it. They can even help you come up with a really strong opening line, something that grabs their attention right away,
Mm.
or highlight the achievements that'll really resonate with that employer. And even the closing, like what's the right tone to use, they can help with that too.
Wow, that's wild. So it's like having a little writing coach in your back pocket.
Exactly. Think about it like this. Let's say you're applying for a project management job. Instead of just saying, I'm a good leader, AI might suggest you highlight that project you led where you increased efficiency by 15%. You're not just talking the talk, you're letting your accomplishments speak for themselves.
Right, it's all about showing, not just telling.
Exactly. And that can make all the difference when you're competing with, potentially hundreds of other applicants.
Makes sense to me. Okay, so we've tackled the cover letter beast, but what about LinkedIn? Like, that's got to be the next hurdle, right?
Oh, for sure. Your LinkedIn profile, it's like your online business card these days.
And there are so many people on there. How do you even stand out?
Well, that's where AI comes in again. There are these tools like you've got LinkedIn Resume Builder and then there's JobScan.
I've heard of JobScan, I think.
Yeah, so these AI tools, they basically look at your profile and they compare it to like all these other profiles in your industry.
Okay, so they see what everyone else is doing.
Yeah, but more than that, they analyze what's working, what's getting people noticed.
So then they, like, tell you what to change on yours.
Exactly. It could be your headline, the little summary at the top. It could be the skills you're highlighting. They'll even analyze the keywords you're using.
Keywords, so like what employers are searching for.
Yep, it's about making sure you're speaking the same language as the algorithms, basically.
This is so smart. I never even thought about that.
It can make a huge difference, though. Like, let's say you're a software developer, right? AI might suggest you emphasize your experience with a specific cloud platform that's in high demand. Suddenly, you're not just another developer, you're the developer with the in-demand skills.
It's like AI has its finger on the pulse of the job market, always knowing what employers are looking for. Amazing. Okay, so we've got the resume, the cover letter, the LinkedIn profile, all polished up thanks to AI. But what about the part that makes everyone sweat, the interview?
Ah, yes, the interview.
I mean, even with all the best prep in the world, those nerves can still hit you.
Totally, I get it. But there's good news. AI can actually help with that part too.
Really. Even with like the whole being put on the spot thing.
Yep, you've got these platforms like interviewing.io and Pramp. Have you heard of those?
They ring a bell, but I'm not totally familiar.
So basically, they let you do these mock interviews.
Oh, so you can practice your answers beforehand.
Exactly. But it's more than just practicing. The cool part is they actually give you feedback on your performance.
Wait, hold on. How do they do that? Are they, like, recording you and analyzing everything?
That's the thing. It's not some creepy robot judging your every word. They use something called natural language processing, or NLP.
NLP. Okay. Break that down for me.
So NLP, it's this branch of AI that helps computers understand human language.
So, like, actually understand what we're saying.
Yeah, like the meaning behind the words, the context. So in these mock interviews, NLP analyzes not just what you say, but how you say it.
Oh, interesting. So, like, your tone of voice and everything.
Exactly. It can tell if you're rushing through your answers because you're nervous, or if you're, like, using too many filler words.
Oh, wow. So it's like having an interview coach who can pinpoint those little things that you might not even realize you're doing.
That's exactly it. And it's not just about the words. Some of these tools can even analyze your body language, especially during those virtual interviews like, are you making eye contact? Are you fidgeting too much? It's wild.
It really is. So much to think about. Okay, so AI can help us practice our answers, refine our delivery, even polish up our body language. But what about after the interview, the follow-up?
The follow-up. So many people underestimate the power of a good thank you email.
It's true, but sometimes it feels like, what do you even say besides thank you for your time?
Right. You want to strike that balance between being genuine and also, like, memorable.
Exactly. So how does AI help with that?
Well, ChatGPT, it's great for this. It can actually analyze those previous emails you've exchanged with the interviewer.
Okay, so it's looking at the whole conversation history.
Exactly. And based on that, it can suggest personalized follow-up emails that really demonstrate that you were paying attention, that you're genuinely interested.
So it's not just a generic template, it's tailored to that specific conversation.
Exactly. And here's the really cool part. It can even pull out specific talking points from the interview itself. Like, let's say the interviewer mentioned they were really looking for someone with strong communication skills. The AI might suggest weaving in an example from your interview where you demonstrated those skills.
Oh, that's smart. It's like having an AI assistant who remembers every detail and then helps you craft the perfect follow-up. That's amazing. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here, but there's one last piece of the AI job hunt puzzle we haven't talked about yet. The application process itself.
Right, because who actually enjoys filling out those endless online applications?
The worst. So much clicking and typing and uploading, it's exhausting.
It's incredibly tedious, but luckily, AI can help streamline that whole process too. There are these platforms like ZipRecruiter and LinkedIn Job Search. You've probably heard of those.
Yeah, I use those sometimes.
So they've actually started incorporating AI to make things way more efficient.
Okay, but like, how? What does that actually look like?
Well, on a basic level, they're using AI to sift through thousands of job postings and identify the ones that are the best match for your specific skills and experience. So you're not wasting time scrolling through irrelevant listings.
So it's like having a personal recruiter, but AI powered.
Exactly. But it gets even better. Some of these platforms can actually tailor your resume to each specific job description.
Wait, really? How is that even possible?
So let's say you've got experience in both project management and marketing, but a particular job posting really emphasizes project management skills. The AI can recognize that and actually rearrange your resume to highlight your project management experience more prominently.
So it's like having a resume that adapts and evolves for each application.
Precisely. It's all about presenting your most relevant self to each potential employer.
That's amazing. This is really blowing my mind, honestly. I feel like we're talking about the future of job hunting here.
We are. It's a really exciting time to be navigating the job market, and I think this is just the beginning of what AI can do.
It's a lot to take in, but definitely exciting. But with all this talk about AI, I can't help but wonder, what does this actually mean for the future of work itself? I know it's a lot to process. It's like this whole new world is opening up, and it's kind of overwhelming.
Yeah, it can definitely feel like a lot, especially with all the, hype around AI. But honestly, you don't have to become an expert overnight, right? Start small, dip your toes in. A lot of these tools, they have free trials or basic versions, so you can just play around with them, see what works for you.
That's a good point. There's no pressure to, like, go all in right away. Just experiment a little.
Exactly. And, talk to people about it. If you've got friends or colleagues who are job hunting, see what they're using, share tips. Or even on LinkedIn, there are so many people talking about AI and work now.
Right. It's all about sharing those experiences and learning from each other.
Yeah.
And hey, if any of you listening have tried out these AI tools for your job search, Let us know. We'd love to hear what you think.
Seriously, share your stories, tag us on social media. Let's keep this conversation going.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
And speaking of the conversation, one thing that really stuck with me is that idea of AI helping us find jobs that are actually like fulfilling, not just taking whatever we can get.
Right, because it shouldn't just be about checking boxes on a resume. It should be about finding work that you're actually passionate about, right?
Totally. But like, how does AI help with that?
Well, think about all the data that's out there, right? There's data about you, your skills, your experience. There's data about different career paths, company cultures, all of it.
Yeah. Okay. I see where you're going with this.
AI can analyze all of that data way faster and more effectively than any human could and start to identify patterns and connections that we might completely miss.
So it's like having an AI career counselor, basically, helping you connect the dots between your interests and the opportunities that are out there.
That's a great way to put it because it's not just about finding a job, it's about finding a path, a career trajectory that feels both exciting and meaningful.
That's amazing. So instead of dreading the job hunt, we can approach it with a sense of like optimism and possibility.
Exactly. AI is giving us these incredible new tools, and it's up to us to use them to our advantage, to find work that truly lights us up.
I love that. This entire conversation has been so eye-opening, and honestly, I'm feeling really optimistic about the future of work after hearing all of this.
Me too. It's an exciting time to be figuring out what you want to be when you grow up, even if you've already grown up.
That's so true, haha. Well, as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of AI-powered job hunting, is there one final thought you want to leave our listeners with?
Don't be afraid to embrace the possibilities. AI isn't here to replace us. It's here to help us level up, explore these tools, experiment, and see what amazing opportunities you can uncover.
I love that. Embrace the possibilities. And on that note, we'll wrap things up for today. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and most importantly, keep those resumes updated.